All right.
Welcome
We're back. Let's go.
We are good to go. We've got something to talk about because this game's probably gonna suck, so we there's a good chance anyway.
I'm gonna admit something. Went to the bathroom, took a piss.
Yeah.
I was like, I need shit.
Turned into
I
a shit?
sat down. No, it was just gas.
Oh,
That was it.
that's always depressing.
Because you're kind of looking forward to the
you're
shit.
ready, and then it just turns out to be that, and you're like, well, shit. Say hi to Adam and Jeff. Blame them for this. Well, Micro Jackson already in on it. Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of the disappointment when you find out that you don't have to actually take a shit.
Man, looking forward to that shit.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
No. It's the worst.
That's it.
It's the worst. Up here in the top left, Frozen Temple, a map that we've totally never seen today. It is Micro Jackson.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of this one.
Like, this is huge amounts of Frozen Temple today.
Yeah.
And the bottom right, we have Empty Chaos, which basically describes this tournament. So, just before we started this game, somebody asked me what my fondest memory of for Jeff and I, and we saved it for this game as we watch another proxy nexus of some kind here.
Whoa.
Why not?
Another proxy nexus.
Well, we've only had we had one other one I think today.
No, not in the base.
Well, not
like
in the
this.
base. No, not in the base. We know he's gonna.
This guy took both gases. Whoops, took both gases and dropped the nexus. This is kind of interesting.
This is aggressive. Keep tabs on it. We'll stop the story if we need to.
All right.
So, I think I was about 12, and Jeff would have been 13 or 14 at the time, and it was a summer where we played an unholy amount of PlayStation 1 games that were totally legal. And
you know what we should do before you get into this?
What?
We should literally, like, 1 month, do, like, some actual old school LAGTV.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
we'll promote it, and we'll have an event where every day we get together
and play.
Look at my wall, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we could literally test the waters. And for, like, a month, we could start plowing through as many games from start to finish, whether I'm playing for a few hours and you're taking over, then whatever, fucking pulling to 4 o'clock in the morning some nights, like, some old school shit. And just fucking turn it into, like, and give the people the old, like, before LAGTV type shit.
Yeah, we could probably do that, especially since I have my older fucking capture card here. We have the ability to
do
pull
that,
that
like,
off,
and just play whatever we want. We could, like, take votes on.
Can we start with Kim Possible?
Fuck right off.
Yeah, I'd be down for that at some point.
Yep.
We could absolutely do that.
Yep.
Anyway, this poor bastard just got his shit pushed in by SCVs. So, rip the dream.
Rip it.
So yeah, I was probably 12, just 13 or 14. It was the summer we were playing lots and lots of totally legal PlayStation games. And I mean, we were playing like 14 hours a day.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Yep.
It was a particularly hot summer, so we were spending a lot of time in that basement because it was literally too hot for even children of that age to want to be outside for more than like 30 minutes at a time. Coincidentally, like I was saying, in Jeff's basement, only one room, which was like a rumpus room or like a rec room, was finished, and then the back half of the basement was not finished yet.
That's right.
And in the back half of the basement, and I mean, when I say not finished, I mean it was framed out, but that was about it.
You got a good memory.
Yeah, so that's where they kept, in the back right of this room was where they kept the garbage.
Yep.
Waiting for garbage day. In one of those bags was, for some reason, like 5 pounds of cooked rice. I have no idea where this fucking rice came from or what event necessitated that much rice, but it was there. And because it was such a hot summer and humid, fruit flies were fucking everywhere that year. And we were downstairs playing, and we were like all these flies were around us. There was like a couple dozen, and we were like, the fuck, where are these coming from? What the hell is happening right now?
What the fuck is going on? No way!
This isn't happening.
No way!
No! No.
Nah, there's no way.
No, I refuse. No.
There's
not
no
possible.
fucking way, dude.
That's not, no. These SCVs aren't attacking. That's the only reason why this is going to work, is if the SCVs aren't going to attack.
Well, what they're doing is they're trying to go after, like, an
one
adept.
at a time.
They're going after the adept because the adept takes priority, right? So they're all fucking going in there trying to hit at that adept.
Oh, Micro Jackson living up to his name.
Unfucking believable.
Living
what the
up to
fuck?
his name. What an absolute god. What a god. What a god.
Are you serious?
Holy shit.
Are you serious? Did he just pull this off, dude? He makes one nexus. It gets killed. He makes another
nexus.
And then he recalls all of his shit from one base to another. Does an epic force field, all right? Let's talk about that force field for a second.
Force field.
And then wrecks everything.
That one adept taking priority managed to make that happen. At first, it was the sentry taking priority.
Yeah, they're all chasing him, right? They're like, and then the adepts in the middle shooting at these things, and the SCVs are fucking going all around, and meanwhile the probes are tickling their taints.
Holy shit. This might have to be, this is number one now.
This is fucking...
This is number one.
This is by far...
This is number one.
Number one.
I didn't think it was going to be possible
tonight. This is by far number one.
Micro Jackson.
He's recalling back home and start mining again.
Doing the unthinkable.
Oh, fuck.
I can't... Wow. Wow.
Let's fucking go.
Holy shit. Micro Jackson.
This is a pretty dope play.
You absolute legend.
Dope play. Yeah, Micro Jackson is a long time watcher. He's been in other LAGTV casts, I do believe, maybe once a year.
Now you're thinking of Action Jackson Suicidal, I want to say.
There's a Micro Jackson.
No, I know, but I think he's thinking like one of the first When Cheese Fails games was Action Jackson, I think.
Yeah, no, there's
the Minuteman or whatever.
Yeah.
Wasn't he Action Jackson?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we had Micro Jackson in a tournament, in a replay tournament.
It's a fantastic name.
Not too long ago, and I remember in a When Cheese Fails long time ago. But there was an Action Jackson too.
Action Jackson, I think, was Minuteman, if I'm not mistaken.
Micro Jackson played Ketrick. Yeah, it sounds really familiar, but wow, really, really solid play. And at the beginning, he said, he said, "Hi, Adam and Jeff. Blame them.
Hi, to Adam and Jeff. Blame them
for this."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gives us a shout out right at the start.
Oh
he knew what he was up to.
Oh, he shouted out and was successful in proxy nexus, 2 of them, into recalled probes.
Pretty stupid.
Oh, just get fucked.
Wow.
Micro Jackson moonwalking his way across the plains of Frozen Temple to victory.
Dude, we gotta. I'm just gonna back it up.
I gotta see that shield again, or that force field.
Force field was nice. The recall, I just didn't see it coming. I was like, man, this fucking sucks. Look at this. Look. Recalls in, and he hits one ridiculous force field and traps a bunch of stuff. And unfortunately, he's still attacking the Nexus for a minute, and then he's like, oh wait, and then the mothership core takes priority. He gets a force field and crushes them all. They can't get out.
Oh,
just cleans everything up.
Just a sexy force field, and then they go after the friggin'
sentry. And they're chasing the sentry, and all this shit is getting wrecked. And the next thing you know, now they're chasing the adept. They want the adept. And all the probes are just going rip.
Oh my lord.
And he still keeps the mothership core alive.
Yeah, he has the mothership core alive.
Putting down a pylon to get ready to do an overcharge if he needs to.
Oh, that's just beautifully executed.
Jesus, man.
Masterful.
Let's fucking go.
Masterful.
Let's go.
Fucking masterful.
Let's go.
Well done. First place, easy peasy.
Let's go.
Not even a question to be had. Pushing the 30-minute back and forth epic into second. Micro Jackson, congratulations.
Because let's be serious, the crazy game wasn't the best cheese, but it was just an awesome game.
It was a great game.
There was a cheese at the start.
But this is a cheese in 3/4.
Another creative cheese. That's 2 of them in a row.
Oh, sick cheese.
Damn. What's going on? We start the day off slow.
It's ramping up. If it keeps going, I'm scared.
Shit. All right, you can
finish the story now?
Finish the story.
Okay. So, just to recap. Super hot fucking summer. Playing lots of totally legal PlayStation games. Back half the basement, not finished. They keep their garbage there. For some odd reason, 5 pounds of cooked rice in the basement. I have no idea why yet. I don't even think the rice cooker had enough to make a 5-pound batch of fucking rice. So there was some sort of like fiesta that happened. That all the rice ended up downstairs.
I mean, to be fair, that was the only thing that I could cook back then.
True.
So I probably just made a big pot of it and didn't eat all of it.
Right, and just threw the rest of it out.
And just threw the rest of it out.
And this was before green bins existed.
Oh, yeah.
And all that shit. So we're down in the basement, we're playing something. I think it was probably Parasite Eve or Dino Crisis or something along those lines, because we played those back to back. And we're like swatting all these fucking flies because they're everywhere. And we're like, where the fuck are all these flies coming from? Because there's a huge amount. This is the basement. They shouldn't be coming from here. So we get up and we're walking around. We're following the swarm, and we get to this one bag, and Jeff pokes this fucking bag, and just as he lifts the edge of it, like the second coming of Christ, just the
Looks like a horror movie, man. Like when you see the demons come and then there's all those flies and shit.
Thousands! I've never, to this day, I have not seen so many fruit flies in one swarm. Came up, if you breathed in, you would have suffocated. Shit came up out of that bag, and we screamed like schoolgirls and ran out of that room and slammed the door shut. And we were like, holy fuck, there's a lot of fruit flies. So we were like, how the fuck are we gonna do? And Jeff was like, I'm gonna be in some shit because I put that rice there. So his parents weren't home yet at the time. Nobody was home. It was just us. So we were like, all right, we gotta come up with something. So we went upstairs and they had like raid for ants or something under the sink
cans.
or some shit.
Cans, yeah.
Had 2 cans. Jeff had okay, so Jeff gets the cans. We take 2 cans. We found something to tie around her face. I don't remember what it was. T-shirts or some shit. So we tied shit around her face, and we go down, and we're standing at the door because it's a split entry. It goes downstairs, and there's one door that goes out into the basement. Mm-hmm. That was the door that we had slammed shut. We're standing at the door, and we're looking at each other. And we both got a fucking can of Raid in our hand. We're like, all right, on the count of 3. And Jeff goes, wait, hold on. When we go in here, we gotta hum that 1/6 song from The Matrix.
Your memory, bro, is real.
Fucking, I can just remember this, like we gotta hum, and it was like, which Matrix one was it? It was fucking,
I don't know. It wasn't like one of those. Oh no. It was like. Yeah,
it was like one of those ones.
Like one of the. Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. We were like, all right, we gotta hum that shit. All right, so we fucking got our cans and shit, and luckily the door was made of like fucking plywood, not even like cardboard. Jeff straight fucking kicked the door in. Didn't even. We could just open the door. Did you kick the fucking door in? Door flies out into the room. There are flies. Dude, everywhere.
When Adam's telling you that garbage bag was filled with flies, it was fucking like a horror movie, like what you would see when a demon is showing up and there's flies fucking everywhere. It was like that, God. And we're going in there just.
And it was like slow motion cans.
We're sitting there humming fucking Matrix shit. We're laughing and
fucking
just going nuts, right? Like.
All you could smell was Raid, even though we had shit in our face, we were coughing and shit, and we just worked our way into the fucking room with a bag, and we're just like spraying the shit in the fucking bag. It's dripping with Raid, and the flies were winning, and we were like, fuck, goddamn, just fucking flies, too many of them.
It was fucking
dope. And we got as many as we could, and we dropped the cans, and we ran out of there, and we basically, like, we closed the door, opened the window,
yeah,
and then fumigated the fucking place for like 5 hours.
Fucking crazy,
and when you open the door later on that day, went downstairs, the floor, one matte. Yeah. The floor changed color. Went from whatever shitty gray that it was there, it was just like bad carpet, straight to concrete. There wasn't any padding underneath of it.
You know what, dude? That might actually
all
be...
flies.
Now that you're saying that might actually be the most memorable...
Yeah. I'll never fucking forget that shit.
Yeah, that was
such a, like, I've never seen so many fruit flies in my life.
I had so much fun that summer, man. It was just...
That was a crazy summer.
It was nothing but playing video games and just... Oh, fuck. That's why I'm saying we should make... We should literally grind up something and do, like, this big LAGTV event.
Holy fuck.
Even if it's, like, 2 weeks. Like, just straight of, like, going on that back wall... and grabbing some games, or having a selection of games, and then having viewers or whatever pick what we play, and we just run them.
Oh,
we just fucking
silly.
run them.
It was
because that's what we did back in the day, guys. Like, we had a binder full of burnt fucking PlayStation games, and we would just run them.
We played, like, the order in which we played that shit was, like, all the Dino Crisis games, Parasite Eve 1 and 2, into, like, what was that? Dark. It's a horror game.
Oh,
Something
Alone
dark.
in the Dark.
Alone in the Dark. We played through...
Oh, we've done the Final Fantasies.
We did 7 and 8. Legend of Dragoon. There was a lot of games played.
Yeah, and then there was a lot that, like, we didn't finish. Like, there's, like, a lot of shitty games. Played a lot of Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, which I got.
Did your monitors just randomly change color?
I have it set up. Once it gets darker, the screen changes so that your eyes don't get
I
wrecked.
thought I was having a seizure.
Yeah, no,
I thought I was gonna die for a second there. We're okay.
All right, yeah, we're still recording.
So there you go.
Let's, let's call that. Yeah, but that was pretty memorable for me too. So I'm probably gonna have to go with that.
That's top. The only other thing I could say on top of that would have been one of two events. One was the night we played Trackdown, and we found Teo by making him laugh, which was pretty good.
Because he's really black, and all you could see was his teeth. Yeah, I'm using the Flux, this thing right here.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, F.LUX.
And then the one where we threw rocks at the king's house, and the cops showed up, and we were running through the back of the woods, and T-Diz knocked himself out, tripping over the bush. Actually, there was another Matrix song hummed when we were changing clothes. We were swapping clothes. Do you remember that night?
No, I don't think
so.
You
don't remember that night?
I don't think so, dude.
Oh my god! Oh, I can tell that story something fierce.
Adam's going down memory lane. All right, we'll save it for another cast.
Save it for another cast.
We'll be back. We'll be back. What a fucking epic game, by the way.
Yeah,
this one right
sweet
here.
game.